right. Hey, everybody. It's so great to be with you virtually. Sad I can't be with you in person. For those that are watching who don't know, I'm Julianne Ayre. I'm the director of Pivot Arts. And the Pivot Arts Festival was to feature the Era Footwork Crew. And now we are moving the festival into a virtual space. You'll be able to see a little sneak peek about the Era on our website on June 5th. At pivotarts.org/festival. But before that happens, throughout the month of May, I'm interviewing artists who are going to be a part of the fest this year and also in the future. And so I'm here today with the Era. Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Julianne.
This is like the biggest group of people I've been with outside of my family in a month. So, so it's awesome to see you. So for those who've never heard of the Era Footwork Crew, can one of you kind of just walk us through like who you are, a little bit just about how you came together as a group?
Well, I want to take it.
So we've been together for years, and we've been around each other for years throughout the footwork community. And footwork is just a Chicago native dance and music that like comes from house music and ghetto house music. But we formed kind of me, Stilo, and Lightbulb was kind of already in the same like battle group together. But Bub and P-Top met on the set of a movie once, and Bub realized that P-Top had the same vision as us as when it came to footwork. So we decided to like come back together and form like a performance team to match like where the music was traveling and going. So that's kind of how we started.
What kind of classes are you offering, and kind of who are the youth that you're working with?
The classes we offer are footwork. It's like a footwork summer camp. That's really never been done, or footworking has never been sheltered in Chicago. So it's like really, really, really big. And what makes it even bigger is like we come from these communities, we come from these same dance teams who know about footworking, but in a sense, like don't know how big it is in their own world. So like it's very significant for us to be doing this.
And
just to add to what he's saying, like with the Footwork Summer Camp, we work with like local dance groups throughout the city. We partner with them. But like footwork is more than just dance. So we try to offer like a different perspective on what footwork is or what footwork can be, or how you can be a part of it in different ways if you don't want to necessarily dance. So you have aspects like producing, DJing, like Stilo said, he does fashion. So we speak to him about that. Make sure we teaching them the history behind like how stuff started and certain moves, and we bring in like what we call like a Legends Day. So people who have done it before us to have a name for themselves, we bring them in to speak.
And you guys are certainly really serving as mentors in your community. And I wonder if you can talk a little bit about that in terms of like the neighborhoods that you're working in. What neighborhoods are you working in, and how do you see your role in community right now?
I feel like within our community, people look at us as, you know, sort of pillar figures as far as like people who are helping propel the culture forward. And I don't think it's like, I don't think it's a confusing conversation for people these days. And we work in the communities that we live in per se. So and we work throughout the city, mainly on the south sides and east sides of Chicago primarily. But we're working to stretch our resources out west too as well. And for us, you know, it was tough coming up in the footwork community. Like it was no pats on the back. It was no, you did a good, you know, keep up the good work. You're doing a good job. it was none of that. It was ruthless. You know what I mean? You had to really work your way to the top, get called names. You know, so we didn't have to go through any of that. You know what I mean? We had, you know, sometimes we probably would get into a fight after the, you know, because it was so intense after battles. But now these days, even the way they learn now is so much different than what we used to learn. They're learning in classroom settings. They're learning from people that they used to aspire to. We had to go through the people before we even learned through some of the legends. Like we had to battle them first, or had to earn our stripes before we even learned anything from them. You know what I mean? Like that's how tough it was. But nowadays, you know, you get in the curriculum right here. You get the legendary teachers right here because we provide that channel and that support system for them to be around in that environment. So I think the community appreciates that and they look at us as leaders.
I wonder if we can segue. You guys have performed in so many cool places outside of the US. Tokyo, London, where else have you performed?
Man,
Kuwait.
Yeah, Kuwait, Middle East. Yeah, we was the first one working to go to Kuwait. I remember that. Boy, we was we was living high. We went over there, boy.
What movie did you watch on the flight over?
Oh man, it was so interesting. We had I couldn't remember. I just know we had access to all of the movies that we couldn't have
I
access to.
think I was watching like the Avengers and like regular movies you'll watch, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of talking. We were doing a lot of talking on our way over there.
Well, what were audiences like in Kuwait?
Oh man,
very receptive.
Very receptive, man. Very yeah, like Kilo said,
They was intrigued by our culture and like the teachers and everything. They were very respectful and willing to learn.
Well, before we close out, let's not even think about COVID and let's imagine a world where it's not happening. What do you really want to leave your audiences with? What kind of impact do you want to have on people through your work, either to youth or other people who are just like enjoying your performances? What do you want to leave them with?
Stay creative, keep positive thoughts, stay healthy. Like, you know, always try to make more than one outlet with your art.
I would say just to show people or the world, whoever's watching, just to show them that like we're kind of bringing them into our world. It could be their world too if they like footwork or whatever outlet they use as an artist or as a hobby. Recognize it as a something more than what it is. Like people say, it's just a dance. No, it's not just a dance. It's a whole culture. It's something that has helped us get through life in a sense. And I hope people get that from the show once they see these different parts or these different monologues or whatever. Just get like this with this footwork, and we have lived our life. We have lived our life with this. So and we're living our life, and we continue to expand what we do. So it's just like for me, like just seeing what footworking is, like seeing it's more than a dance for us.
Both back in February and through this, you guys really give a message of staying resilient, being creative, and using your creativity to build community and create hope. So thank you so much for that message. Once again, we're going to be posting just a little bit of content about the Era on June 5th when the virtual Pivot Arts Festival kicks off at pivotarts.org/festival. And when it is safe to come out of our houses and gather, we will be gathering with the Era Footwork Crew, and I personally cannot wait. So thanks, guys, for today.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Julian.
Excited.